Trains that block intersections in Eastman for hours have some folks worried about the safety of children. Ellie Milliken went to Eastman to hear more about people's concerns.
Different city employees in Eastman have told me that children are getting out of school at Dodge Middle School, which is right up the road. They're walking down, they're seeing that there's a train right here, and they're crawling underneath the train, which is illegal.
Around time to let the school children out, I've watched children and adults crawl under the train to get down to their houses and homes and all.
Brandon Briscoe is in charge of the street department. He says he and his guys see these kids going under the train. He even has reached out to Norfolk Southern Railroad
To make contact with one of the train operators, and he acted like it wasn't a concern to his. But my concern is if a youngin is up under here and they rehook back to the train and not know there's a youngin down here.
One neighbor, Christina Ann Reese, lives across the track and says the train backs up traffic and pedestrians have to duck under the trains.
The train be blocked. If emergency come up, you can't get through. If a fire or something, you can't get through, and I had to crawl underneath it.
She says she watches the kids to make sure they don't get stuck. Jason Braden is the owner of Wholesale Builder Supply, and he says they see kids crossing every time the train stops. But he says it also affects his business.
It's happening during the prime time of the day, and it's just really hurting the businesses and the community on this side of the tracks. Emergency services are having a hard time, I'm sure.
Braden says people are going to other businesses because they can't get to him. His security cameras show the kids and adults going under the train. The city just wants to see Norfolk Southern Railroad work with them. Police Chief Billy Cooper just wants these kids to be safe, and he just wishes the train would stop at different hours. In Eastman, Ellie Milliken, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, the city did say the train has not stopped in the past few days, but they are worried it'll happen again. Under state law, the railroad owns the tracks, so they have a right to stop when and where they want.